Hello, beautiful, wonderful people. I wanted to get back on here and post another video. It's been about a week and a half since my first video back on my channel, and I wanted to make sure that I was checking in with you close behind that. I wanted to check in with you a lot closer behind that than today. I actually ended up getting super sick on Sunday. I haven't been that sick in a long time. And so the beginning of this week has been recovery from that. It was a rough start to the week. But I wanted to get on here real quickly and just kind of share that this whole concept, and I don't know if you've heard this before, and maybe you have, then great, wonderful review. If you haven't, then welcome to some new information. All of us, every single one of us, every single human being on this planet, we have bad habits. We do. It's part of being human. None of us are perfect, unfortunately. All of us are flawed in some way, and we all have bad habits in some way. Now, we have our bad habits because we get something out of them. We get some kind of payoff or reward for doing those bad habits, and sometimes that's not necessarily evident or obvious what exactly the reward is that we get out of our bad habits, because some of them just seems like, no, they're just bad habits, like I hate them, I want to change this, and yet you're not changing them. So you obviously are getting something out of it, because if you didn't get anything out of your bad habit, you wouldn't do it. You wouldn't have much incentive to do it. So part of that, having bad habits, is that a lot of us, maybe all of us, have created bad habits in our thinking, in the way that we think about ourselves, in the way that we think about the world, and in the way that we think about even our relationships with other people and how the world works. So a lot of times, if you find yourself having a thought that is an absolute, like this always happens, this never happens, or it's never gonna get better, it's always gonna be this awful, you, my friend, are creating some bad habit thinking processes. We all do this, by the way. Like, we all have some thinking rut that we get stuck in, and I just want to encourage you that you always have a choice, and you can always change your mind. If you've been stuck in a rut where you feel despair and you feel hopeless and you feel like nothing is ever going to change, you can change your mind. You can start changing your mind, and I encourage you to start asking yourself, but what if it could get better? What would that look like? If it could get better, what would it look like? If I wasn't always in this place, what other place could I possibly be in? What if it is going to get better? What if this thing is possible? Just start asking yourself, what if? Now, a lot of times we get stuck in the what if spiral of like, oh, what if this terrible thing happens, and then what if this next terrible thing happens, and then what if that terrible thing happens, and then this next other terrible thing happens, and then we're just like, that is not the what if game that I am talking about playing. I am talking about playing the what if game that, like, what if nothing bad does happen? Like, what if I just was at peace in myself and with myself? What if I just enjoyed my life as it is right now in this moment? What if I stopped putting pressure on myself? What if I accepted myself for who I am? What if? So ask yourself, what if, in the positive way? Start challenging these negative thoughts that you're having. Start challenging these woe is me, Armageddon beliefs, and see what happens. If you choose to try this and you start asking yourself, what if this, what if that, I would love to hear from you, and I would love to know how it goes. So comment below and let me know, and I will talk to you guys again soon.